Today's channel sponsor is brought to you by CuriosityStream, the home of thousands of streamable documentaries and non-fiction to shows like history, nature, science, food, technology, travel, and much more. CuriosityStream has 35 collections of curated programs handpicked by their experts. You can stream to any device for viewing anytime or anywhere. I really enjoy the David Attenborough series for learning about different kinds of animals and nature. CuriosityStream has a really good deal going now. By using code NIGHT, you can sign up for an entire year just for $14.99 for unlimited streaming access. So go check it out. Thanks CuriosityStream for the channel sponsor. What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're a full alphabet Pokemon team, letter G. Last time we did letter F, and today we're doing letter G. Now, what I'm doing right is I picked 6 random Pokemon out the starter with the letter G, and I put them in one team to see if I can get a GG. If you people want to follow me on Twitch, make sure you do this right, do all my battles and stuff like that. I take my battles, I do my Pokemon sweeps, my theme teams. Go give me a check out in the description of the video, and let's get into it. So today I've got 3 battles. Man, I've been spoiling you people lately, and I really hope you enjoy. There's some very, very fun games. My first opponent here, this one was against Millie. And this was a very, very interesting game. So we got a Gyarados lead here. Also, my opponent is running a team as well. So see if you can guess it. If you do guess it, leave it below in the comment section. So I'm starting things off with a mighty Grubbin here. Now, this is a Choice Band Grubbin. X is a Wild Charge, Poison Jab, and Dig. I've got Max Health and I've got Adamant Nature with the Choice Band right. So we got the, obviously we got the Twister coming from the Gyarados, obviously. And it didn't flinch me. And I'm going to get a Wild Charge off, and Gyarados gets absolutely demolished. Even when I had a -1 in attack there, it was enough to take it out. So Grubbin's going to take 69 million damage there from recoil. However, I took the Gyarados out with the Grubbin, so it was an amazing start. In comes the Scissor there. It's going to take me out with a wing attack and a bye-bye Grubbin. But at least Grubbin took a Pokemon out, right? That was a very good start off to the battle. Now, the next Pokemon is Golluspot. I really like Golluspot, so I thought I'd run it on this team, and I was really, really happy when it came up. So we got Bug Buzz, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, and Scald. I'm running a special set here. We got Max Health and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature with the item, Choice Specs, and obviously we got the ability Emergency Exit, which is a horrible, horrible ability, but I guess Golluspot's quite a good Pokemon, right? And you had to nerf it a little bit. So we got the Scissor going for a Wing Attack here. Emergency Exit is going to kick in, and Golluspot is going to get swapped out there. I did a fair bit of damage to the Scald to Scissor, so I was quite happy about that. Next Pokemon here is a Goodra. Now, I believe I run this Goodra on my 30-minute egg challenge, which is about a month or so ago, and this is exactly the same set. We got a physical set here. We're going to be going max speed and max attack, and Earthquake does not take out the Scissor, and Scissor is going to go for a Bug Bite. Scissor is doing so much damage with that Technician at the moment, so I was very, very glad to get rid of it. Now, the other moves in here, we had Outrage, we had Power Whip, and yeah, that was just mainly its sort of coverage moves there. And I gave this one Jolly Nature as well, and the item I gave it was Assault Vest. I think I had 2 Assault Vests on this team. I did mix a couple of items up throughout the game. So we got the Bishop swapping in there, then quickly swapping out into a shiny Charizard. Wow. I've got to swap out here because there's not much I really want to do to it. Plus, I want to be sort of sacrificing my Golluspot and seeing what move it's going to do, right? Charizard is going to go for a Scratch, and it takes me out with Scratch. You wouldn't read about it, people. There you go, people. Only on PIMPNITE's channel will you see me getting taken out with Scratch. So I got to counter the Scratch Charizard somehow. I don't know how I can deal with this threat, but I think I've got a good idea. We got Physical Glaceon here. We got Triple Axle, Aqua Tail, Double Kick, and Ice Sharp. I've got Max Health and Max Attack on this set, and Charizard has got Ember. It's got Life Orb Scratch and Life Orb Ember. There better be something about this in the comment section. So go for the Aqua Tail there on the Charizard, right? And it wasn't enough to actually take it out. I didn't actually want to get taken down by a Charizard with Scratch and Ember because I actually might have to low-key quit Pokemon forever. So now Charizard's going to go for another Ember. Thank goodness it doesn't crit me there because I would have been very, very sad. And the Life Orb is going to take it out there. So bye-bye Charizard. That was very threatening with Scratch, right? And Ember. Next Pokemon is the Malamar. By now, I'm pretty sure you've probably worked out what their team is. So we got the Superpower here, and the Malamar is obviously going to be our Contrary, right? So that's going to give it a buff in attack and defense, and I got to take this thing out. Glaceon did a pretty good job there. At least I took the scratch Charizard out, right? Next Pokemon is the Gossifleur. I was really excited to use Gossifleur because I don't think I've actually ever used this in any of my theme teams before, so that was a good one to cover. So we've got Leech Seed, my favorite healing move, Poison Powder, and Giga Drain. I've got max health and max defense on the set. We got the Malamar going for Baton Pass here, so I'm like, okay, nice. And it's going to be Baton Passing into Bishop. So Bishop's got a little bit more bulk to it, right? So I went for the Leech Seed here. Now, the ability I've got on this is Regenerator, right? Which is kind of nice. I actually really, really like Gossifleur. Compared to its evolution, Eldegoss, I definitely like this one better. Now, the item is obviously Everlight too, and it's fairly bulky. It's not amazingly bulky, but it's fairly bulky. So going to Good now, and Bishop's got Guillotine, and it's got a miss. So I'm going to get some more tasty Leech Seed health back there from this Bishop. Now, I can go for Earthquake, and Malamar could swap into it, but then I could attack Malamar, right? So I was like, yeah, that's not too bad. And however, we got another Pokemon coming in, which is the Heracross, right? So I went for the Earthquake there. Heracross is not going to take a lot of damage from that one, right? This Heracross was very, very scary, right? Now, this Heracross is going to go for a Pin Missile here. Pin Missile is a multi-hitting move, and Pin Missile is going to take me out. I don't mind that Pin Missile animation. It's pretty cool. And it's going to also have Moxie. So this is serious, people. This is very, very serious. Now, I've got one other Pokemon that I haven't seen yet, or showed yet, which is my Gothita right now. I've been trying to get a sweep with this set. It's actually a Trick Room, Hypnosis, Nasty Plot, Dream Eater set. Normally, I run a support set with Trick Room and Ring Target and a couple of other Trick Room Pokemon, but this one I wanted to put on this team by itself. So, Pin Missile misses, and then Hypnosis misses. I was like, man, this is one of those days. So, I'm forced here to go for the Desperation Dynamax to try and live a Pin Missile from a Pinsir, right? Not a Pinsir, Heracross. I'm getting my bugs mixed up. It's bugging me. So with this, right, it's not super bulky. I do have Everlight as the item of max health, but that's about it. I don't have any other EVs invested in special defense or defense, right? The rest are in special attack. So here comes the Pin Missile, and I can tell you what, people, those pins, they're hitting very, very hard. So the second Pin Missile hits me there. It's going to do around half my health. So that was only 2 hits. I was lucky, right? It was only 2 hits. So go for the max Mindstorm here. Unfortunately, that is not enough to take out the Heracross. I'm like, oh no. Looking at the rest of my team, Gossifleur is going to get destroyed, right? Because if this goes down and it gets a Moxie, I'm toast, right? That's it. So we got the Psychic Terrain up the field. Heracross is going to go for another Pin Missile here. It's got its second Pin Missile off here, and it only hits me twice, 2 times in a row. That was crazy lucky there. Heracross is going to go down to my second max Mindstorm. And that is it for Heracross. So I was very happy about that because Heracross, just looking at my team, Heracross like destroy a lot of my team. Like, I'm not sure what other moves they had other than Pin Missile though. So go for Max Guard here, just seeing what they're going to do with their Bishop. They're going to go for Metal Claw. So once again, I was running this Pokemon, like I was trying to get a sweep with this, right? And I had a Ring Target support set. So if I came across Dark type Pokemon, I could use Psychic type moves. So in this case, I'm like, you know what? Let's go for a Hypnosis here on the Bishop, and then I could set up Trick Room and maybe swapping Gossifleur to get up the Leech Seed, right? And that's my only way of taking this Bishop out. Like, Giga Drain's not going to do much at all. Poison Powder is not going to do much either, right? Now, the reason, if you are wondering why I'm running Poison Powder on Gossifleur over Toxic, it doesn't learn Toxic. It only gets Poison Powder, which was a bit of the shame there, right? So I was sort of waiting here for Bishop to wake up and just take out my Gothita there, so I just wait for Dream Eater. I had nothing else to do here. And Bishop actually slept for a lot of turns here, which was really annoying because I'm like, if I did have this strategy going, this would have been so good. Anyway, so Bishop finally wakes up there. It's going to give me a little metallic scratch, and Gothita is going to be going down. Now, once again, I've only got one more Pokemon left, and I've got to deal with 2 of these Pokemon being Malamar and Bishop. Now, I outspeed this due to the Trick Room, which is really nice, and I'm going to put a Leech Seed on the field there. Guillotine is going to miss, thank goodness. Now, Guillotine is going to end me in one shot. I feel like I can definitely tank everything this Bishop is going to be throwing me because I am running a very defensive set. So the Trick Room is going to run off here. Guillotine is going to miss once again. I have to get damage on this Pokemon, so I've got to go for the Giga Drain there. Giga Drain obviously isn't doing a lot of damage here. I'm very, very reliant on Leech Seed actually taking this Bishop out. So probably like 2 to 3 more turns and we'll be done with it. Guillotine misses for the 3rd time there. Thank goodness. I don't want to get hit by that. And go for yet another Giga Drain here, right? So about 2 more turns and a Bishop is going to be going down. Then I've got to deal with the Malamar, right? I was thinking, you know, what is this Malamar going to be? We've seen that it's like a superpower baton pass set, but does it have any other moves outside that, right? So go for yet another Giga Drain on Bishop. It's finally going to go down to this turn to the lead sheet, and Psycho Cut didn't do much to me at all. As I said, I'm very, very bulky on the defensive side. So here we go, people. I'm going to get a last little bit of health there on my Gosfur, and it's time for Malamar to come in. Now, I knew that Malamar would start spamming superpower as soon as it seen me, right? As soon as it seen me on the field, my little smiling flower face. So I can go for Leech Seed here, right? And then I can go for Poison Powder. That was the plan, right? So the first superpower does very, very minimal damage to me, right? But the problem is this thing is going to continue to boost its attack, right? So I have to get Leech Seed and Poison Powder up very, very quickly. I really can't afford for any misses here either. The great thing about Leech Seed too, it's doing damage to Malamar, plus it's healing me at the same time too. And I figured if I can get the Leech Seed up and the Poison Powder working at the same time, it's actually going to be quite good. Now, Poison Powder, the damage-wise, is actually better than Toxic for the first couple of turns, and then Toxic sort of outclasses it as the longer the battle goes on. But it will be very good for the first definitely the first two turns then. So getting the Poison Powder on the Malamar, and I'm getting some more health back from the Leech Seed. So at this stage, all I got to do, all I can really do to try and get this dub right, is to just keep healing over and over and over again, because it is their last Pokemon. They can't swap out or anything like that. So here comes another superpower. The superpower is actually starting to get pretty hard here. If I didn't have a healing move on this thing to heal me up a lot, right, I would definitely be done. But the great thing is, right, I've got my healing move, plus I'm going to get Leech Seed back, so I'm getting a lot of healing. Like, look at that heal. And we've got the Leech Seed kicking in too. So I'm in a very, very good position here. I'm in a very, very strong position. Like, Malamar is in a lot of trouble. Unless Malamar gets a critical hit, I'm pretty much good to go here. So getting it below half health there, and then the unthinkable happens. It eats a berry. So this is going to make things more difficult, right? Because that Citrus Berry sort of made up for, like, I guess one turn of healing of Leech Seed and Poison Powder. So the next superpower is starting to land pretty hard to get to me there. I'm going to once again go for another favorite healing move of mine, a Synthesis, and I'm going to heal back up nearly all the way to full health there, which is very, very good after Leech Seed. I'd say if I didn't have Leech Seed, this battle probably would have been over like a long time ago. There's no way I would have been able to sustain my health long enough for Poison Powder just to take the Malamar outright. So Malamar is getting very, very close to being down. About 2 more turns. I've got to withstand 2 more superpowers. Superpower is hitting very, very hard this turn. The next turn is going to hit very, very hard too. I think I can just live the next one on like just probably about 10, around 10 PP. 10 health, not PP. Anyway, I've got a little bit more PP left on Giga Drain, by the way, speaking of PP, but I know that I can live the next one. We got 2 minutes left on this battle. It was a fairly long battle, exactly like something else there, and Gossifleur is almost once again back to full health. So Malamar is on its last legs here, and then right at the end of the matchup, they popped a salty Destiny Bond. I went for Giga Drain, right, because I thought I've got to get some damage on this thing, and Giga Drain was actually enough to take it out. I'm so salty about that. I wanted to see if I could lift the superpower. Anyway, my friends, that is the first battle. I really hope you enjoyed it. Gossifleur really tanking there at the end, but I got salty Destiny Bonded at the end. However, since my Pokemon fainted second, the game does count you as getting a win. In my books, that would have been a draw, but, you know, that's how the game sort of counts wins now. Thank you, Millie, for the battle. Let's get on to the second game. This one was against Jimmy. This was on the Wycom. So, once again, if you were my opponent or one of my opponents in this battle, leave a comment there. I always like to see if I do come across any people on the Wycom and they see this video. It's really awesome to hear feedback. So we got a Cinderace lead there. Never seen one of them before. And I'm going to be going for my Golluspot right off the ripper here. We're going to be going for a Dynamax here. So I knew that Skull wouldn't be enough to take it out, but I was like, okay, I definitely don't want to get a lot of damage and maybe put me into my emergency exit range. So I'll go for the Dynamax. Usually with Golluspot, it's not really a great idea to go for Dynamax due to its ability, because a lot of the time you don't get like 3 turns of making use of it. But I tried to do it for a challenge, right? So go for the max guys there. Anyway, I thought it would be a good idea to put the rain up on the field too. And that is enough to take out the Cinderace, which is really good there, getting rid of one Pokemon and getting myself an early lead. I really like Shiny Golluspot. Looks really cool. Not that it changes a lot. I guess you could say, I mean, it gets the red on its, what would you call that? Like its feelers? I'm not sure. You know, on its face, like the little pointy things, like antennae. I don't know what you call that. And on like, there's like these blue sort of lines on its claw. So here we go. We got a normal Corsola coming in, and they're going to Dynamax. I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Haven't seen just a normal Corsola Dynamax in a very, very long time. This could be the first one of the few times I've actually come across one, right? So here we go. We've got the Corsola. It's blue too. I really like blue Corsola. Looks absolutely amazing. Looks like it's going to give you a big blue hug. So go for the Max Uzi. I thought I could boost my special attack against this thing. I didn't actually expect it to Dynamax either, right? So I've got a +1 in special attack. I want to hit this hard with a water type move next turn. However, Corsola is going to be going for a max Rockfall. And unfortunately for me, that is just going to dip me below half health. Emergency exit is going to kick in. Plus the rain is going to go away and the sand is going to come to stay. Right, so I've got to swap out. I'm forced to. That's why Dynamax really isn't a good idea on Goliath. But I did it for the challenge and for the fun, right? I got 2 turns out of 3, so that's pretty good. So we're going to go into Gothita now. I thought I might be able to put this thing to sleep and stall out the rest of the Dynamax. I was pretty confident that unless it was running like a crazy physical set with Hustle, I should have been, good to go here. So here comes a water type move. I'm not really sure what one it could have been. I believe that was probably Scald, because that was a critical hit. If that was a physical hit coming from like a Hustle Corsola, that would have definitely taken me out, right? So we're going to go for a Trick Room here. Now, I'm not really sure what speed EVs they're running on Corsola. I'm very, very slow too. We've got a Max Guys there, so that sort of answered my question right there. So Gothita is going to get taken out there by the, I'd say it would have been, I'm very confident that would have been Scald. So bye-bye Gothita. It did manage to get the Trick Room up, right? So we're going to be going into the Goodra now. Obviously, I'm not going to have a super advantage here running max speed on Goodra. However, I do have Power Whip though, because Power Whip will absolutely destroy this. So we got the Stealth Rock from the Corsola here. That's further sort of ingrains my thinking probably that it's running Scald, Stealth Rock, Recover, and a Rock type move, right? Maybe Power Gem, I'd say, something like that. Anyway, so Corsola is going to be going down to those big green whipping plants, and that's going to give me another KO there, which is good. Next Pokemon we got is Guzzlord. So it's like, okay, I can go for Outrage here, but it might go for a Dragon type move. Then they pop the physical set. I'm like, damn. And I lived on 3 health. That was so close. I didn't get flinched either, and Outrage is going to hit super hard. Guzzlord is going to be going down. Wow, that was crazy. Goodra coming in clutch there, taking out Corsola and taking out the Guzzlord. Props to them for running a physical Guzzlord though. Next Pokemon here is the Incineroar. It's going to have the Intimidate. It's going to outspeed me. Obviously, there I'm running a max speed set. Incineroar is going to take me out with a very dankus Lariat. But that's okay. Goodra did a wonderful job there of taking out 2 Pokemon. Now, this is a very, very problematic Pokemon, right? Goliath is only on a bit of health, right? And Stealth Rock is on the field. I believe I'm in a lot of trouble here because a lot of my Pokemon are quite weak to fire, like Glaceon, Goliath, Goliath's on a little bit of health, all these G Pokemon. So here comes a Flamethrower. It's a special Incineroar. I was hoping actually for a physical one, and it doesn't really go my way too much. It does a lot of damage to me, right? I was happy I lived though, but that's sort of how it is. We're going to get the Leech Seed up there, and at this stage, I cannot withstand another Flamethrower. I really have to swap out here, so I thought, okay, the most expendable Pokemon at this point in the game to try and keep me into this game is Goliath, right? Because I will take Stealth Rock damage, and then I'm going to take further damage from the Incineroar. So Stealth Rock almost takes me out there. They're going to go for a Leech Life here. It's a mixed set, and I lived on 2 health, which was pretty cool there. So that means Incineroar is going to get some more damage from Leech Seed. So I guess I'll put it back to where it was before. So not all that bad, right? Plus, remember, right, since I've got Regenerator on Goliath, I'm going to get some more health back there. So I'll definitely be able to live another Flamethrower, and I know that I'll be able to live a Leech Seed because I'm running bulky defensive set. So another Dankus Lariat there. Goliath is going to be going down. So this is really serious, right? I have to get rid of this Incineroar. Things are dangerous at the moment. So I think, okay, if I can get a Poison Powder up on this, that'll be very good, right? I can get the Poison Powder and the Leech Seed. So Leech Life does really no damage there at all, but the only annoying thing about it is, right, it's actually going to heal up the Incineroar, which is not really what I want. I'd rather it's use Flamethrower, right? That way, at least it's not healing itself up. So getting the Poison Powder there, which is very important. So I've got Leech Seed and I've got Poison Powder working for me at the same time. Now, I do have my Glaceon, right? And Glaceon does have Aqua Tail. It was just swapping it in at the right time. Now, I do have Assault Vest on my Glaceon too. I just didn't want to swap it if it did have a fighting type move. I was sort of a bit scared of that. I wasn't really sure. this person had some pretty out there sort of sets, right? So we're going to take some massive Stealth Rock damage there, and here comes a Leech Life and Glaceon. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That only did like a very, very small amount of damage there. I actually think they're very invested in like bulk, which is very, very interesting there. So they're going to get a lot of health back there. However, we got the Leech Seed and we got the Poison kicking in there. So Glaceon's going to be put around half health. I know definitely I can leave a Flamethrower from here, right? I definitely know that I can do that. And I know that I can hit it fairly hard with the Aqua Tail too. So Cross Chop, they had a fighting move and it misses. Thank goodness, that would have taken me out. Aqua Tail is going to land there. It's not quite enough to take out Incineroar, but it is quite enough to take it out after the Leech Seed and the Poison Powder, which is very, very good there. If I lost my Glaceon there, my only shining light to take out Incineroar with Aqua Tail, that right there was GG. But I was really happy, right, because we can continue this battle. And I wanted to see what was going to happen because I only had a couple of Pokemon left, right. Now, the next Pokemon we got is the Persian. Man, Persian's shiny is so disappointing. And now Persian's going to be a special set. Go for the Power Gem there. It doesn't do a lot of damage because I am running a Assault Vest, max health, max special attack set. So going for a Triple Axle there. Triple Axle only hits 2 times. Should be called Double Axle. Okay, so here comes a Thunderbolt from the Persian there. It does no damage to me whatsoever. I'm going to be going for a Triple Axle there, hoping that it actually lands 3 times now, and it does, which is beautiful. Persian is going to be going down there. Really cool that they run a special Persian. Next Pokemon is the Gyarados. I'm like, okay, Gyarados. What can I do to this? It's got Intimidate. At least it didn't have Moxie. I can go for Triple Axle, but that's about it, right? I'm going to be at -1 in attack. Gyarados is going to also be a special set, which is going to actually enable me to live the Flamethrower, which is crazy. So, very nice here. We got another Triple Axle going off here. I did manage to hit 3 times. If I wasn't -1 in attack, that would have done a lot of damage, right? So, go for Ice Shard here. That was the most I could get out of it. Gyarados is almost at half health now, which is sort of what my plan was, right? Now, in comes the next Flamethrower. Now, my thought process here, right, was Gossifleur could actually do this for me, or maybe give some sort of chance, right? But I need to set up Leech Seed, and then I've got to swap it out, right? Because I've got to take a Flamethrower, and I've got to take a, like, whatever, may have Hurricane as well. I don't even know. So what I did, right, is I did a Donkey swap into Grubbin, right? I wanted Gyarados just to take it out, then I could swap it back in, and I have full health with Regenerator on my Gossifleur, right? But then I went for an Ice Beam, and I landed on 69 health. I thought if I could actually live this attack and go for the Wild Charge, Gyarados was done. But unfortunately, little Grubbin is going to go down there, right? I wanted to take Gyarados out with Grubbin the whole match, but I just didn't have a chance to swap it in, especially with Stealth Rock on the field. That was very, very rough. Once again, we're at a 1v1 here with Gossifleur. Let's see if I can do it. So here comes the Flamethrower there. It doesn't hit quite as hard as Incineroar's there because obviously it's not stab. And I'm going to manage to get a Leech Seed up there. If I miss that Leech Seed right then, that was game right there. So I was clenching right there. So we got the Leech Seed up on the Gyarados. I am going to do a little bit of damage here. So what I need to do, right, is I need to heal, and then I need to start spamming Giga Drain, right? There's really no point in me going for Poison Powder, right? I need to get some health back, right? And that's pretty much it. So going for my favorite healing move here once again on the Gossifleur, and I am going to get a lot of health back, which is very, very good. At this stage, I'm actually in a very, very comfortable position to take out this Gyarados. Now, I thought, judging on the damage that it did to me before, and say I'm going to get another round of Leech Seed after this, I can easily live another, like, 2 Flamethrowers, except if I get Critter, right? So, go for the Giga Drain here on my Gossifleur. I'm easily leaving that one there, which is great. And now we're going to get some help back from the Gyarados, plus we're going to do a little bit of damage there, too. And I'm thinking, wow, that's actually very, very close. I think Gyarados could actually go down this turn to the Leech Seed from the Gossifleur. And that is actually enough to take the Gyarados out. And that is the second battle. Thank you for the battle, Jimmy. That was a really cool sort of team you had there, especially the moves you used. Oh, very nice. So if you ever see this battle, Jimmy, GG, thank you very much for the battle there. I like the Dynamax Solar too. That was cool. Okay, we got one more battle here. And this one was against Aries here. And this was actually a pretty interesting team as well. I don't think my last opponent ran a theme team. Like, not everyone runs 3 teams, right? This, however, is a theme team. And, like, it's kind of obvious, right? So we got a Cramorant lead here. I've got Gossifleur. Gossifleur started off to the lead this time because I thought it would probably be the most expendable Pokemon in this battle, which is quite ironic because it's been so handy in the last 2 games, right? So we got Cramorant as the lead. It's going to be going for a round with a Throat Spray there. Nice touch. I'm going to be going for the Poison Powder, and at least I got the Poison up on Cramorant, right? I thought about putting Leech Seed up, but I thought, oh, they might just swap out. So I'd rather get some fixed damage with Poison Powder at the start of the game, right? Now, next move is going to be Air Slash. It's a special Cramorant.
no way I'm living that one. And Gossifleur is going to be going down. That's why I sort of said, you know, Gossifleur as the starting Pokemon. It'll make more sense in a bit, right? So some more poison damage on the Squawks, the Cramorant, amazing Pokemon. And we're going to be going into my Goodra. So the best move I got against this is Outrage. I just pop that Outrage button and hope for the best. And that is going to take out the Cramorant. So I was happy about that, right? So that's good. I'm locked into Outrage though, but it wasn't a problem, right? Because my opponent was running a full Cramorant team. Now, I've actually done a full Cramorant team before. If you haven't watched it, make sure you check it out. It's a very, very good video, right? There's Pikachus, there's fish, everything's flying everywhere. Now, we got a Cramorant go for a Protect here, and it's going to take some Toxic Orb. I was like, damage there. So I was like, okay, well, it's going to take it the next turn. So I thought, okay, this must have Facade, has to have Facade. What's the strategy here? So go for Outrage, does very, very good damage, and here comes the Facade from the Cramorant, and does very nice damage to my Goodra, considering, right? So there's no point in really going for Protect here. I'm going to go for another Outrage, and that is going to take down a Cramorant number 2, the shiny one. It's been eating some Cheezels or something like that. I haven't had Cheezels in like... This is actually quite an interesting sort of thought. I don't think I've had Cheezels in probably 10 years. Like, that, legitimately. Like, they're like... If you don't know what they are, they're like a little... they're like chips, right? It comes in like a circle, and you can put them on your finger and eat them. That's what Cheezels are. Anyway, so I'm going to be confused by the Outrage there. I'm going to go for Outrage again, and I don't hit myself a Confusion, which is very good, and Speedo almost goes down there. It's an Uproar set, which is actually pretty cool too. So Uproar isn't going to be enough to take me out there. Goodra's got very, very good special defense, plus on this one, I'm also running Assault Vest too. So down goes the third Cramorant, but there's still 3 more Cramorants to come there. It's interesting, so far there hasn't been any Pikachu or little baby Arrokuda, right? Next Pokemon is a Cramorant. Well, it's going to be going for a Throat Chop there, and Goodra is finally going to go down there after its Outrage Rampage. Now, the next Pokemon to swap in here is going to be my Gospot. So I can also see there's a Life Orb there too. Now, on this set, I thought the best move I can go for here, I can go for Ice Beam, right? So here comes a Dual Wing Beat. It's a physical set, and it just doesn't do enough damage for me to kick in my ability there, Emergency Exit, and it's going to take some damage there. So go for Ice Beam. I knew this wouldn't be enough to take it out. Obviously, coming from Gospot's an awful special attack, but I got a crit, and I got a Freeze Hacks at the same time. So we got the Cramorant just frozen in time there, and I can take it out with my Gospot. Very, very lucky there, because it could have gone for a Dual Wing Beat. Our Emergency Exit would have kicked in, and Gospot would have been on a low amount of health swapping in next time. It just would have been toast, right? So down goes the 4th Cramorant. The 5th Cramorant is another shiny one. So this one I'm thinking, okay, let's go for Ice Beam again, and this is going to be a Brave Bird set. So that's easily going to take me out. Then I had a absolute galaxy brain idea, right? Watch this, it's amazing, right? So, since I've got Grubbin on my team, right, I thought, I've got to Dynamax Grubbin at least once, right? I've got to do the meme, right? So, we're going to go to Glaceon here. I actually did a double swap into my Gothita here, but I was thinking about swapping in my Grubbin very, very soon. So, here comes another Brave Bird here. Gothita, I wasn't sure how well it was going to take it, and it takes it very, very bad, right? So, it's going to outspeed me. I just sort of let it take me out there for the recall damage, but still, it had a fair bit of health, and it was doing a fair bit of damage to the rest of my team. I didn't really want Glaceon to take the full brunt of that either, so I thought, okay, let's go into Grubbin, and I got to make sure, right, that they definitely go down to Brave Bird recall. So what I did, right, is I Dynamaxed my Grubbin deliberately to make sure if I did faint right, they would be going with me. So Grubbin's going to be Dynamaxing here, but if I did live right, I could get the Wild Charge off and put Electric Terrain on the field and take out Cramorant. I mean, if this Grubbin actually had some sort of speed about it, the Cramorant team would have been in a lot of strife, right? So here comes a Brave Bird there. Grubbin gets absolutely melted and is going to be going down there, but look at this, look at the recall there on the poor Cramorant. Goodbye, Cramorant. And that is the 5th Cramorant down. However, we haven't had a Dynamax Cramorant left. So we got one more Pokemon. It is my Glaceon. So I thought, okay, depending on what this set is, I might be able to do some pretty good damage here with Triple Axle. So here we go. We got the Dynamax Cramorant. I wasn't sure what set that was going to be. And in fact, we haven't had any Pikachus or Arrokudas yet. So its Gulp Missile ability has not come into play once in this battle, which is, I guess, it's very rare when you've got like 6 Cramorants, right? Then again, they haven't used any like Surf or Dive, right, to actually make it active. Now, Cramorant, I knew would outspeed me, right? And it's going to be going for a Max Geyser here. Now, the best move, once again, I said, was Triple Axle. And since this thing is in Dynamax, it's going to be fairly tanky, right? So that one hits me. It doesn't hit me like super hard, but the next hit is going to hit me very, very hard there. It's going to be interesting to see where I can live, right? So go for a triple axe there. I thought it'd do pretty good damage against Cramorant, and I reckon it's probably going to get it around half health, right? So go for a triple axle, and it's getting close to half health there. So I'm probably going to need to be able to live this one, get triple axle off, and get a crit on Ice Shard. So the next hit from the Cramorant is going to crit my Glaceon, and it's going to be going down. That was all 3 of the battles, people. I hope you enjoyed all of them. I'll be back tomorrow. I think I might have a Pokemon sweep for you tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, people, peace out. Have a good day or night.